Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And that breaking news just in from Detroit's Westside, where a 4-year-old boy and his father have been shot. It's just one of many shootings Detroit police are investigating tonight in what has been a violent start to the summer here in Detroit.
Sure has. Mara McDonald is live near Plymouth and Greenfield, where that father and his son were shot. Mara?
Devin, here's the situation. We are told that the father of this child, and this is once again according to witnesses, DPD is not confirming that that's the father at this point. Witnesses say that father is critical. That little boy is in serious condition. Take a look behind me. You can see police blanketing the area. We have had 2 shootings within 3 miles of each other here that have sent 5 people to the hospital. Police telling us they're not connected. Detroit police have been running tonight on the west side. The latest, a 4-year-old boy was shot in the leg, and what police are calling a relative of his was shot multiple times on Elmira and Whitcomb.
It appears to be a dispute between parents or relatives that resulted in a shooting, and it sounds like the child was shot accidentally or during the shooting of the adult.
That 4-year-old boy is in serious condition but is expected to survive. The 28-year-old man with him was hit multiple times and is critical. Just 3 miles away before this shooting, a gun battle in the middle of the road. We're talking Greenfield and Outer Drive. Look at all the markers in the middle of the street. 16 for each shell casing recovered. Police say it was 2 cars firing at each other. You can see the bullet holes which ripped into this silver car. Inside, 3 people were hit. They managed to drive themselves to the hospital. Police say while these shootings were close to one another, they're not related. Back here live, so you've got the father and son here in this neighborhood. Father is critical, son is serious. As far as the 3 people in that silver car, their conditions range from serious to critical. We are live on Detroit's west side right now. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Okay, Mara. Camille Miller was mourning her friend's life when a van hit her and never stopped. It happened last night during a vigil on Detroit's west side. Today, she died from her injuries. Jermont Terry is live on the west side. In Jermont, now a group of women are saying goodbye to another close friend.
Kimberly, it's been a tough 24 hours for family and friends here at Henry Ford Hospital. Now, 2 of the victims, I should say, were rushed here to the hospital. One died, as you mentioned, late this afternoon, and police are saying it's because someone intentionally drove into this crowd.
We were just all laughing, joking, having fun, reminiscing.
As a group of friends gathered Thursday night at their former high school grounds on McGraw and Larkin, tragedy struck.
They ran Camille and they ran Asia over.
Detroit police say a minivan, for reasons still unknown, pulled into the parking lot of the old Boysville gym where the friends stood, and a woman driving the minivan drove the vehicle into the crowd. Everyone tried getting out of the way, but Camille Miller and Asia Griffin were hit and severely injured.
For what reason, we have no idea. No real verbal exchanges, no arguments, no nothing.
Their close friends spent the day at Henry Ford Hospital, where Asia remains in critical condition, but Camille did not survive.
Camille has been taken off life support. They killed Camille.
It turns out the group met up at the Westside parking lot to reflect on the passing of another high school classmate who recently died. All were former basketball players. They came to grieve one friend, only to lose another.
You stole our peace, our comfort, for what?
As police search for the woman behind the wheel, they only have a vague description of a dark minivan with 2 men inside. But the friends are hoping all involved realize the pain they caused.
I would love for her to surrender. That's the best thing you could do.
As of tonight, that woman has not surrendered. Now, the friends are insisting that they do not recognize and or know the woman that was driving that minivan. Police asking anyone, if you know someone with a minivan who recently has some damage to that vehicle, contact them. It could be key in catching this woman. Reporting live at Henry Ford Hospital tonight, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
All right, Jermont. Well, summer has arrived, and with it did come an entire day of sunshine.
Yeah, let's get right over to Ben with what to expect for the weekend. Hi, Ben.
Kim, it announced its presence today with all the sunshine and also some beautiful temperatures. We got into the 70s, low humidity. We're at least in the 50s in Port Huron, but we're still pretty comfortably cool outside as we speak. Now, we're going to continue this tomorrow. The clouds that you're going to see on the satellite for the next couple days, those are going to be fairly high and thin. We're still going to get sunshine around that, and that humidity is going to remain low. So for the next 2 days, it's going to be a whole lot more of what we saw today. But as Paul Harvey used to say, now you know the news. We'll tell you the rest of the story coming up as far as Monday's fireworks go, because that needs some discussion. All that in a few minutes, guys.
Okay, Ben. A quick thinking mom with the help of Detroit EMS and fire has given an 18-month-old girl a second chance at life. Tonight, this week, the toddler was playing hide and seek with some other children at a Westside house when she ended up in the pool. When EMS got there, she had no pulse.
After we pulled up and I looked, the kids was outside, inside the door. Mom was doing CPR on the baby in the hallway.
Ashley took off running.
As we were pulling up, I don't even think I actually put the truck in park. She was already out.
Once I got up to the baby, that she was soaked in water, felt for a pulse, didn't feel one. She was purple. So my thing was just grab her up, swoop her up, run her to the truck.
First thing we see is the EMS crew running to the ambulance, and that's never a good sign.
Their colleagues at Detroit Fire hopped out and ran to the back of the EMS rig and hopped in to help as they sped away to the hospital.
I started chest compressions. My partner started putting the pads on her.
It felt like forever until she had a pulse, and then once she got a pulse, like my partner said, we had hope.
She had a pulse, she was breathing, and her color had come back.
That was an awesome feeling. I felt that pulse in the girl's arm, and that was amazing.
There are no easy runs for Detroit EMS or fire, but the hardest.
A child, all day, every day. I lost a child at 3 months old. I was 25 years old. So it sits a little bit different with me anytime you hear a child.
Do you ever get used to those runs?
No.
Well, the 18-month-old is in Children's Hospital in serious condition. The whole crew, as you can imagine, is praying she makes a full recovery.
This was a tragic scene in Romulus. A 39-year-old woman dead after a cement truck rolled over, crushing her minivan. The woman was driving east on Van Born Road towards Merriman. Police believe that the woman cut in front of the truck, causing it to swerve and roll over onto the van. The driver of the cement truck shaken up, but it's expected will be okay. Police say no one else was inside the minivan at the time of the crash.
Police tonight searching for a man and woman who managed to get away during a hit and run involving a patrol car last night in Highland Park. The man behind the wheel pulls into the Woodward Inn near McNichols. Two police cruisers arrived to box the man in when the man drives into the back of one of those cruisers, narrowly missing an officer before speeding off there. Anyone with information is asked to call Highland Park Police.
It's been a wonderful surprise. The underdog Wolverines stay hot in the College World Series in Omaha.
That's right, Jamie. The University of Michigan now just, 2 wins away from a national championship?
Yes, they have one more series, and then they could have this title. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Fantastic.
We'll all be watching in the newsroom, of course. The Wolverines take on college baseball powerhouse Vanderbilt in the championship series. The 3-game series will start on Monday. Today, Michigan emphatically punched its ticket to the championship series with a 15-3 win over Texas Tech.
That's kind of been pretty beneficial for us, is not really thinking about playing a national championship or the stage that we're on. It's literally been a very one-game, one-pitch mindset.
As I said earlier, Michigan will take on Vanderbilt in the championship series Game 1 Monday at 7 p.m. from Omaha.
Fun.
Flights to Omaha on Sunday might be a little fuller out of
Let's
Detroit
Google.
Metro, right? Yeah, I love it. It's really exciting.
Thanks, Jamie. We'll talk to you a little bit later. All right, it's getting more expensive to live in Metro Detroit.
New tonight, how much you now need to earn to afford a 2-bedroom apartment.
And police say it was a miracle nobody got hurt. What's to blame for sending this car crashing into a daycare?
But coming up first, he's an artist, a rapper, a DJ, a music producer from right here in Detroit.
I think public art is like a big explosion of just inspiration.
In fact, you might not know it, but his art is all over the city, and it is uniquely Detroit. And it's next.